Trump administration pauses asylum. After a deadly shooting near the White House, President Trump has announced an unprecedented move, a full pause on all asylum decisions. What does this mean for asylum seekers, refugees, and future of U.S. immigration? This is breaking news, we can say. But of course, after the tragic shooting this week during the Thanksgiving near the White House resulted in the death of a National Guard member. And the suspect was an Afghan national who entered the U.S. in 2021 and received asylum earlier this year. This incident set off a political firestorm. The Trump administration immediately framed it as a national security failure and announced a sweeping response. And we would like to discuss here what the Trump administration do after this incident. They actually announced that they're pausing all asylum decisions. But this is important. This means USCIS actually announced that it's holding all asylum decisions indefinitely. So I would like our followers and clients to know this is nothing to do with the immigration court asylum cases, but this is for the asylum applications which once filed with the USCIS, and let's assume that they're pending currently. So USCIS just announced that it's holding all asylum decisions indefinitely. That means there will not be any approval or denials, basically. There will not be any decisions for asylum applications that file with the USCIS. So this does not mean the case closure. It is not. It means we can say that it's a complete freeze. So it doesn't mean your applications are going to close. It doesn't mean there's going to be any result or outcome. There's not going to be any decision for now until, of course, the USCIS has made the next announcements, let's say. And the second important part that what the Trump administration did is, or the second thing is the visa issuance pause for Afghan nationals. So anyone holding an Afghan passport now faces a visa freeze, stopping new visas and delaying family reunification. And at the same time, review of refugees from countries of concern. So the administration is re-reviewing actually past asylum approvals, pending green card applications, and refugee admissions since 2021. This could lead to revocations, new interviews, or termination of status. Why can they do this, right? On day one of his presidency, Trump signed Executive Order 14159, allowing the suspension of asylum and refugee admissions. Much of that order has been challenged in federal court, but the recent shooting is being used as a new national security justification, which may hold up better legally. And who's affected the most if he state that this policy affects people already seeking asylum, people waiting for their interviews, people waiting for green card based on asylum approval, refugees admitted from 2021 to 2025, Afghan nationals with any pending immigration benefit. Of course, this indirectly may affect other asylum seekings, political dissidents, and anyone claimed depends on protection from persecution. These vulnerable groups now faces long delays, uncertainty, and possible deportation risk. So, of course, this might have an impact on the current system where the U.S. already has 1.5 million case asylum backlog, and posting decision will grow the backlog, freeze work permits, delay family reunification, destabilize thousands of lives, increase pressure on immigration courts. Of course, advocates warn this could effectively shut down the entire asylum system, even for those with strong and credible fear claims. So what we could say here, of course, one thing is very important, that we can never support any violence. This tragic incident where actually caused the death of a National Guard person, it's unacceptable. So we hope that this type of violence does not repeat again. We understand at the same time the administration frustration with respect to this incident and taking an action to make sure the security of the U.S. of course is an acceptable move. We hope that the administration could see this one person action cannot actually lead to affecting thousands of people's cases or applications. And we hope that the administration could see that, but of course, making sure that the person it's going to be admitted is not going to create any national threat to U.S. It's of course acceptable, is of course something that the DHS and immigration have to make sure, which we understand that. But we hope that this part does not create issues to good people, the good asylum seekers, so that those people do not have any problems. So one more thing I would like to state here, just for our followers and clients, Trump administration's new move or policy does not mean that people cannot file for asylum. It doesn't stop that. So if you have an asylum application that you're about to file, you can go ahead and file. The only thing the administration is stopping right now is the decision part for the applications. Those are pending with the USCIS. So I'm going to repeat, this is nothing to do with the immigration court cases or application at the immigration courts, or this has nothing to do with people who are going to be filing for their asylum applications, because they should go ahead and file within the timeline that they have. I hope this news helps our followers and our clients, and have a great day. I will share with you the latest news we have, and this is Attorney Ayhan Ogmen.